Hello, welcome. Okay, everything seems to be working, which is good. Um, I just updated my resume. I made two versions, one more geared toward like back of house kind of creative printing stuff, and then another one created for customer service, like art store or library or bookstore or something. My old one had listed all my previous jobs kind of in a row. Um, and yeah, I'd only worked in pizza shops really. It's kind of insane, how many years of experience I have in that setting is like, did that for like what, like 12 years? God, man, goes by quick. But yeah, 12 years. I'll never work in a kitchen again, man. I don't care. Like, I mean, it's like the only skill I have, really. I mean, that's not true. I have like design stuff, Like, I mean, I've been working as like an artist for a long time and doing like self-publishing and like maintaining my store and my online presence and stuff, and then also making work. So, I mean, I think that's more relevant towards what I want to do. I mean, of course it is, going forward. So we'll see what happens. I have a appointment with the vocational specialist over at the health center, and I guess they're just gonna help me out and tell me what to do and hopefully get me to apply some places, I guess, because I don't know. I mean, I feel a whole lot better with these pills and everything that I've been taking. Um, so I don't know. I mean, if I got disability, I don't know if I'd take it anymore. But I probably won't get it, because most people just don't even get it. Who knows what their timeline is anyway about like getting back to people or whatever. Um, Dude, I'm so out of shape, bro. Like, just doing crap, just like I had to get the printer out to like print stuff, and then just getting the printer out of the futon like container thing. Like, the futon has like this like little secret compartment. I put the printer in there, fits just fine. Anyway, I got it out. Like, I'm just like, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm so out of shape. This is insane. Like, I shouldn't be breathing hard just for getting a printer out. And like, I mean, just the short walk from like the waiting room into the to like take my blood pressure. My blood pressure was high, and she was like, "Well, you did just get up." Almost as if like just walking across the space was like arduous. Like, oh my god, it was bad. Well, you did just get up. So fucking out of shape, dude. um, but yeah, my resume looks a lot different. Instead of listing off, 12 years of restaurant experience, it starts with my art stuff, and then goes into then in the middle is like the previous work experience, and then last is all the skills and stuff. And so I tried to focus on creative stuff, and I didn't even list like the restaurants or like the locations or anything, because like, I mean, they're gonna get in touch with like the last place I worked. That's like what they do. And if I just don't put that information, then I get to talk about it first. Because if they just reached out to like where I used to work, I don't think I'd get a good recommendation. I've never been fired before, except for last time, and like, except for my last job, which I worked at for 5 years. And yeah, if they got in touch with them, they'd probably be like, "Yeah, he was great," until he started freaking out or something like that. And if they would be so kind, I don't know if they would be. They'd probably be like, "No, he's don't hire that guy. He's fucked up, or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I didn't put like the last contact information or whatever. I didn't put any contact information except for mine. I don't want them to like get in touch with any of these restaurants because it's like that's not the kind of job I want anymore. And it's like you know when I was in that space, I was like, well, at least I'm not working at Papa John's or Domino's or something. It's like a family owned like non corporate, but it's all the same shit, dude. It's like any restaurant might as well be Arby's or something. It's just like it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's all bottom of the barrel, like bottom level, like work experience. And I'm sick of it, dude. I don't want to work in that space anymore. I'm gonna do like I don't know. I'll work in like a frame shop or like maybe like a gallery or something. Like just print shop or something. I don't know. Like, or I mean, I'll work at an art store. Sure, why not? I'll go to Michael's and work at Michael's. I don't care. I'm just done with like restaurant stuff, dude. Like, fuck that noise, man. I can't do it. And it's funny because I had a chance to not work in that space. Like, when I first got out of school, I applied for a job over at the school, and I applied for a job at this restaurant, this local pizza shop that everyone likes. And then, I had made a promise to a friend that I would show up for the interview, and he put in a good word for me, and he's one of the star workers there, and so praise from him was like a big deal. So like, he's like, don't, you better show up if you get the job or something. Like, you don't back out because that'll look bad on me. Blah blah. So there was a lot of pressure on me to accept this job if I got it, and like so I took the job, did the interview, got the job, whatever, and then like, but before that, I had interviewed at the school to work in the library, which would have been a lot better, the university library. Like, I should have just done that. Why didn't I? I mean, people had advised me to do that too, but I thought working in the kitchen was more real. I don't know, but anyway, so they interviewed me at the library. I didn't get the job. And then I got the job at the pizza shop. And then the next day, the school got in touch with me and were like, hey, do you still want that job? Because we'll take you. Like, blah, blah. And I should have fucking backed out, and I should have fucking, you know, told my friend, I'm sorry, but I gotta do this other thing, like whatever. I don't know. I just got out of it somehow. And then I should have worked at the library, I think. I always think about like that split in the life path, like which way should I have went? Because I made a lot of money at that pizza shop, and I worked hard and everything, and like it taught me a lot, and like I never had a harder job after that. But I spent all that money just going out downtown and drinking beer, like so stupid. I mean, God, I could have done a million other things, but what I did. But anyway, I mean, who cares? You're in your 20s, you're still doing stuff like that, whatever. It's like, and I don't know, my whole thing up until that point was focusing on school anyway. So it's like I never really had any real life experience outside of school, and like sure college was like an experience, but it was very insulated, like there was a lot of safety nets everywhere. So I didn't really experience the real world until like I worked in that restaurant, and I felt like that was a pretty good experience. Anyway, like in the grand scheme of things in life, like I feel like I learned a lot, and like working in that place gave me the opportunity to work in a billion other places too. Like when I went to Austin, they hired me right away because I had worked in that place, and like you know, um, it took me all the way into Los Angeles. I got a job pretty fast in LA, just like because I had so much work experience in kitchens and crap like that. But you know, when I look back on it now, it's like, was it worth it? You know, it's like I mean, I don't. I got really depressed yesterday. I was like, I had a really dark thought yesterday. You know, before I went to bed, which is usually when I have those. And I woke up this morning and I'm still feeling some of that residual effect of that thought. Just like, dude, you should have just fucking checked in, you know, or checked out or whatever. Like all that time years ago, where you're really, really depressed, you should have just fucking went through with it, you know. And then save yourself all that trouble, you know. And I woke up like, God, you know, yeah. I mean, life is just kind of a series of like, well, my life anyway. I mean, I have a pretty good life, but and I'm grateful for a lot of things, but damn, it's fucking hard a lot of the time. And you know, I was just like, well, you're getting older, you're getting fatter. It's just gonna get harder from here on out. And it's just like, fuck, you're right, you know? Like I got really kind of bummed out. And then I got bummed out this morning again, and it's just like, dude, like I could have everything I want, but it's like I mean, I had these really great moments in the past, you know, and it's just like compared to all the bad moments, you know, it's like not even worth it. It's just like for every great time I've had in my life, it's been surrounded by like years of crap. And you know, I don't know. It's just I'm it sounds like I'm complaining, but and like people that know me are probably like, "What? What about all the crap we did together?" And I have a bad memory, you know. Like I think humanity in general has like this memory problem where it's like we focus on these bad things and like negative thoughts and everything, and they seem so much more real than anything positive or like anything good that happened. Which I'm aware of that is like I tend to just forget all these things that like were good or interesting. And you know, I have to have friends remind me, you know, all this stuff. It's like when I was hanging out with my old friend from here, from high school, um, you know, he reminded me about all these people we used to know, all these things we did, and I can't remember any of it, dude. It's sad. I don't know what happened because it's not like I was like huffing glue or anything like that. It was like I don't know. My brain just filters out all that stuff that just seems meaningful or important or like happy, and it's just like replaces it with all this stuff that just brings me down, you know. And I gotta actively try and filter out all that stuff and like have a, you know, clean up my mental headspace and everything. And I don't know, it's just it's a lot of work, you know. It's just like when does it get good? When does it when can I like enjoy what I have while it's happening and just be in the moment and blah blah blah. It's hard to practice true presence, you know, being truly present. But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe if I got a job, I'd at least have somebody to talk to. Maybe I don't know. God, dude, like I like doing all this stuff by myself. You know, I mean, art is always kind of like this solitary um, experience. You know, this solitary activity. You know, I don't. That was part of the draw for me ever since I was little. It was just like I don't have to rely on anybody else. You know, it's just me and like my hands and my time and my eyes, and no one's really telling me what to do, so I kind of just got to make it for myself, you know. And that was always part of the draw, was just like having this ability and this thing, and um didn't have to rely on anybody else for it, didn't have to like work on team building or socializing or really, I mean, you do, but it's like through email mostly and or texting and like, that's pretty low stress in comparison to dealing with a customer who's upset that you made their order wrong. It's like it's not even the same. It's not even in the same world. But yeah, it's just like, damn. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Life's complex, man. It's complicated, and like it's funny. I could look back on these 12 years of my life and just look at it like it's a waste of time or something, but I forget at moment to moment it wasn't as bad as I think it. I don't know. Sometimes it was really bad, actually. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. We should try probably switch it to the TV. Um, let's see. Crimson Desert, man. I don't know. So I was watching the streams and stuff, and I downloaded the Twitch app and started like this stuff doesn't really excite me so much. I'm not really into like these big monsters. We've established that, but like this looks awesome. I could do this for a while, like this looks cool. That looks cool. That looks awesome, dude. Like this big tree with limbs and a little house in the middle, that's awesome. Yeah, like I don't care about this, like whatever this is, but this stuff looks really fun to me. Anyway, so I watched Asmon Gold. I hate that dude. Like I don't know how he got so popular, I mean, I just look at his stuff and it just makes me mad. And like the people in the chat are fucking troglodytes, man. Like worst people. And he's one of them, and yeah, I just didn't like it. And I watched Moist Critical. He was kind of boring. I was just like, whatever. And then there was this other dude I found this morning who was like playing it like I would play it and like actually made it look good and kind of interesting. What's his name? Co Carnage. He seems all right. Like I could talk to that guy if I ever met him. Like So yeah, I appreciated his stream and his content or whatever, and like as far as streamers go, he seemed all right. Huh. God, all this stuff sucks. I used to really like Tyler the Creator. Isn't that crazy? Like the part that everybody doesn't like now, that everyone's like, oh my god, what a fucking blah, blah, I don't know. But I mean, when he first started making stuff, and he was already really popular by then. Like I remember buying that buying that Goblin CD like at Best Buy. That was the last CD I ever bought. But I remember he was even popular then when he was being all offensive and stuff. And like at the time, I really liked that that music. I don't know. I thought it was interesting and stuff. And I mean, I probably don't like it now. I haven't listened to it in forever. But back then I was like, hey, this really speaks to me. And now everyone's like, he's on the verge of canceling him because of all that phase of his life. But it's weird what the internet does is like, you know, instead of being judged by who you are and who you evolved into, you're kind of judged by the totality of your experiences and your character and everything. Like, all the people you used to be is also, I mean, it forms who you are, but it's like you can change your ideas and like change your habits and everything, but people don't really care about that. They care about the whole totality of everything you've ever done, everything you've ever been. It's just like, damn, like, it's impossible not to do the wrong thing, like, especially when you're young. I mean, you know, I was just talking about what I was doing for like 12 years and regretting every moment. It's like, give people a chance, you know? I don't know. The music maker?
The proud city of Daggerfall greets you. Can I help you with something? The Seamount War Chief. Impressive. I don't know what you did to convince him, friend, but you have my gratitude. Well done. I will take this petition to High King Emmerich immediately. Enjoy your stay in Daggerfall.
horse for sale? A posy to gain a sweetheart's favor, perhaps? Oh, that's a pity. Well, now this is a mess. I'm taking a chance here. Sometimes I hear strange things, like what's on that note. Black roses with thorns. I've heard whispers of dark nature magic. That's just the kind of thing Roy, your dead man, would be interested in. With the note? I don't know. That's just what Roy did. He would find out things. Daggerfall has many eyes and ears. After all.
This is taking forever. Welcome, friend. You can't get better fruits or vegetables anywhere in Daggerfall. I guarantee it. Look, I don't want any trouble. That's a phrase used by the King's intelligence network. It means someone's going to get killed. I don't want to know anything more. Just leave me out of this. I said leave me alone. Take your questions and go. I'm not involved in this. This sounds like something that Roy would want to know about. Damn persistent, aren't you? Roy's a friend. I trust him. People I don't know, I don't trust. And I don't know you. I sell the best fruits and vegetables in Daggerfall. Lots of people come by, I talk, and I listen. Then I talk to my...
Holy crap, man. So much stuff. Oh, what's up, dude? How are you? I'm just getting into this Elder Scrolls game. You're the first person I've had in the chat in like 2 months.
Interested in a set of new clothes? Something in silk, perhaps? No. Interested in... I'm afraid those aren't for sale. The Crescent Moon is the heraldry of the Casimir family, the rulers of Daggerfall. Dead? Rugged fellow had a dog? That's Roy. Well, that was Roy. I'm sorry he's dead, but I'm not surprised. If you figure out what Roy knew and who killed him, I'm sure someone will reward you. It's also, if a crime has been committed, talk to Captain Arison. It's his job to keep the city safe, so he's as good a choice as any. He's usually by the great stairs behind the Mages Guild. He likes to keep an eye on the approach to the castle. I guess. I liked Roy. He watched out for the merchants around here, and in exchange, we helped Roy. I listened and let Roy know what people were saying. Roy was a good man, loyal to Daggerfall. People trusted him, even then.
I wanted to finish Death Stranding 2 today. It seems like I'm almost done with the story anyway.
Something I can do for
you. Lately I've been having these flashbacks of like when I was in the psych ward, and I don't know, it seemed like, I mean, this is like a common thing among bipolar people, is like the time when you're manic, and the time surrounding that too is like everything has like some kind of weird meaning to it. It's like a puzzle, and like the pieces only fit together when you're manic or something. But it really, some of those things that happened or people said or whatever, like it felt really symbolic of like other things or something, you know? I don't know. Every moment around that time was just like really strange. Sometimes it trips me up.
Welcome to Daggerfall. Move along. Roy, where is he? Why did he send a stranger in his place?
Roy's dead. I found this note on his body.
Dead? Mara's hands. Let me look at that note. It's our code, all right. Someone who uses dark nature magic is planning to assassinate King Casimir. But who's behind this? Just don't try to play me for a fool. But with Roy dead, I don't seem to have much of a choice. Talk to Grenna Grakush at the Rosy Lion Inn. If Roy...
I don't know how I got mixed up in all this. Just following the waypoints. Oh, there's so many. Holy crap. Alright, I'm gonna log out of this. If you're watching, I'm tempted to get this game. If it wasn't $70, it'd be a lot easier to get it. If it was like 40, it'd be no problem. If it was 50, I think I could still do it, but 70 is a lot for this game that just came out. Can't do it. I can't do it right now. Okay. There was this kid. I've forgotten his name. I almost forget what he looks like. But he was in the psych ward with me. And, he's just a weird dude. But he said a bunch of really strange things. He was pretty much in there just to mess with people, I feel like. And it was funny when he started taking his medication, he was like really sedated. I'll try widescreen. But when he was lucid, he was really annoying. He kept saying this stuff about like living like thousands of years and like I don't know, having like let's try off again. Let's try it again. I don't know, but it was weird because he was like teaming up with people, kind of like with these other like freaks that were in there, and they were all talking about the same stuff basically. And they were all like sharing each other's medications and like talking about the worst, creepiest stuff all the time. And like, I don't know, I hated them, but they were all like, they all seemed very familiar with each other for some reason. It seemed like, and like, there were things that happened in there that I was like, there's no way this is real. This is like fake. Like, this is like not real life. Like, these people are acting or something, you know? Like, it felt very like, reality felt very disjointed in that place. Which is, you know, I guess like Psych Ward 101. It's like, nothing makes any sense and everyone's gonna be fucking with you all the time.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
I don't know if I should wear this hat anymore. I like it, but he gets kind of annoying when he wears it, right?
Well, that looks pretty good.
Jeez Louise. So much stuff to do. Deliver a surrealist painting of the ghost hunter. Oh no. Are you currently locked out? Is it like an electronic keycard kind of building or what?
Listen up, Sam. The F7 North Distribution Center is a long ways away, and by my reckoning, there's a number of different viable routes.
I was just saying how everything has this way of making sense in a new way. Like, everything's symbolic of something else. Yeah, I have type 1. So I'm more manic than depressed a lot of the time. Even though like depression's kind of like my baseline. I was like talking about depression earlier. But yeah, I experienced mania quite a bit. And yeah, like the times, yeah, it's...
The shortest, most direct path would involve you cutting through the snowy mountains. A dangerous proposition to say the least. You might find zip lines, ladders and other structures en route to make your life a little easier. But without those conveniences, you'll need to make that deadly trek the hard way. If you're still keen, make sure you pack all the mountain climbing essentials and then some. Alternatively, you could forego the mountain route and circle round to take advantage of the roads to the east. Though if they're still in disrepair, or there aren't any bridges or other structures available, you'll need to come prepared to put in some work. Finally, heading west around the mountains would mean retracing your steps and going back the way you came. A fair few porters have already made use of that route since you paved the way. I imagine you'll find it easier going than the first time through. That route will also bring you close to the monorail. Get it up and running, and you can catch a ride too. Ultimately though, the route you take and the methods you utilize are entirely up to you. So take a moment to weigh your options and prepare as you deem fit.
Yeah. I mean, there were times I went manic, like... One of them, I mean, sleep is like a very important thing. If I don't get sleep, instead of getting tired, I'll just ramp up. Like I'll get hyper and I'll like, hang on. Okay, whatever. I'll just do this thing. Okay. I have a new patch. Oh, the PlayStation patch? That's cool. Whoa. A PlayStation suit. Yeah, that's interesting. Because mine's the opposite. It takes like the less sleep I get, the more prone I am to having an episode. The first one was pretty much like, the first time it happened, it was like triggered by a breakup, and I just started, I mean, for months I was just like sleeping less and less, and just everything became really symbolic of something else, and I thought I was talking to God through everything, and like I thought everything was a symbol like designed for specifically for me to read. The second time was when technology got involved, when I was like seeing symbols in like the TV and like the internet, and like, you know, I thought something divine was communicating to me through like subtitles on a movie, or like whatever was being recommended to me through YouTube. And yeah, then I thought the radio was telling me what to do when I turned on the car radio, and it was really creepy and crazy. And I thought my parents were like out to get me or something, so I ran away. And then, yeah, the third one, I don't know, I think the third one was the most justifiable one, because like I was kind of freaking out from a lot of different reasons and a lot of different stressors. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, yeah, because you do feel like you're talking to God, and I don't know. I mean, like, people have told me that, you know, you're some kind of shaman or medicine man or something, and it's like, because you're Native American, you have like these spiritual connections or whatever, and it's like, I don't know, to even consider that stuff might be, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what, like, I don't know. It's really strange. I don't know what symbols were reoccurring for me, but yeah, I don't know. And like in those moments, people, all kinds of people, even the people that are close to me and everything, they become like the worst versions of themselves in my head, at least. And I just like, it's important that I kind of get time away from everybody that I know during those moments, because I'll just make up just the worst stories about them or whatever. Like, yeah. I mean, mania kind of does that. Like,
This looks like the way.
you start to feel like you're the truest version of yourself, and it's funny because it does kind of lend itself to you being like more popular with people and like more willing to talk to them, and like you're just able to like not see who people really are, but like, I don't know, patterns just kind of emerge, and you're like, oh, I can like I don't know, I could talk to this person easier because I understand them in a deeper way or something. But like, I don't know. I mean, it sucks because it feels so real in the moment, but then
The worn path is definitely the way to go.
I don't know. I mean, are you just more confident when you're manic or something, and that's just easier for other people to detect or something? I don't know. But everything does sort of make sense in an odd way. That can't really be understood unless you're manic, I feel like. Yeah, my mania has a tendency to be cool for a couple weeks and then it gets me into trouble. I start to get paranoid and like aggressive. Dang, I want to pick this up, but it's extra large. Shoot.
You should have more faith in yourself.
It is funny how everybody wants to hang out with you when you're manic.
Feels good.
Shoot. Okay. I am pretty boring when I'm not manic. I mean, and I'm like, I don't have any confidence. I'm just weird, shy. I started taking hydroxyzine, which is supposed to help with like anxiety and stuff. And I wonder if it's gonna make me more like personable. But right now, all it does is put me to sleep. Gotta get used to it. Yeah. I have notebooks that, and like a lot of, because when I'm manic, I tend to go into like high production mode, and I'll just start making the weirdest stuff that like, I don't know. It'll manifest itself in emails too. I'll just start emailing somebody like the craziest stuff. I remember sending so much crazy packages in the mail that were like, like I would start thinking about stuff while I was like in line for like to send like this package or something, and I would just write about like God or something, like messages about God like all over the package, and it's, I don't know, sending the weirdest mail. Yeah, that sounds similar to my kind of mania. Holy shit. That's insane. Yeah, I got arrested for shoplifting, and they at first they tried to say I was assaulting an officer, but they let that slide. But, yeah, I mean, I could see myself getting pretty violent if I. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I think the. I don't know. I mean, well, like, thankfully, I think the system's pretty lenient towards like people who are obviously having a psychotic break. because going into psychosis, it's like you can't really hold somebody responsible in like a normal way. I guess it all depends on how you get into psychosis, though, because if you're like on drugs and like taking drugs, then it's like you should be a little bit responsible for it. But I mean, if it's something that your body just does with like bipolar, I don't know, it's like you can't be really held responsible for that. I think I'm going the wrong way. I need to go through this mountain. Yeah, if there was a way to kind of bottle it up and like keep it under control, like that feeling is pretty unbeatable. The only thing that really made me feel good was ketamine. That kind of eliminated all my depression and like self-doubt. Got me out of like a 2-year funk. But yeah, I mean, having a little bit of mania is kind of like, before it starts to go out of control, it actually feels good, which sucks.
Okay, here you go, speed demon.
Sucks to know.
Right.
And then while it's happening, you're like, God, this is just the way life is, this is the new way that life feels, and it's gonna stay like this forever or something, Yeah, I mean, it's sad because it's like, for me, I look at media, watch movies or read books or whatever, and I think everything's like a message that I can decipher, like specifically made for me to decipher and apply to my own life. Which is funny because, like, as an artist, that's kind of what you want it to do.
Let's do this.
But I don't know, it's easy to get carried away. You lose touch with reality when that happens. Am I carrying anything for this guy? Okay. I don't think so. God damn it. There's a way to launch yourself off those things, but I don't want to do it.
out a path?
Yeah. Yeah, as I'm getting older, I have a more of appreciation for
This looks like the way to go.
just being normal. When I was younger, I used to think that it was more exciting or something to have these bouts of mania and then, balance it out with the depression and everything. I was like, I'd rather have my life going like this, up and down, like, than just kind of like a steady, normal feeling. But now I much prefer to be like normal. To have like a manageable life. Which helps me a lot with my sobriety. I used to induce the up and down with like alcohol and stuff. Mostly alcohol. But now I prefer being level-headed all the time. And like even when I'm kind of bored or whatever, I prefer to be bored than out of my head or depressed or whatever. And I'm sure like the people that are closest to me that like feel some kind of relief about that. My parents and my best friends and stuff, like they prefer me when I'm stable and not taking risks and acting weird and just doing bad shit, being annoying. Yeah, I mean, I've realized that, I can have like a beer, I can have a glass of wine or whatever, and, that'll be fine, but if I'm like socializing, I just won't stop drinking, and then it becomes a big problem for me. Yeah. It's funny because I've always known that alcoholism was a pretty big problem, especially on my mom's side of the family. But I always just thought I had like a pass because I was an artist or something. I was like, or because because I liked rock and roll or whatever. I was like, yeah, dude, I can drink and, being crazy and whatever. It's like, it's all part of this identity that I'm trying to cultivate. But I realize now that it's just like, that's just an excuse to accept a lot of unpredictability and like misery into my life. Where are these places? Oh, I think I just picked up something for this guy. No. I gotta write this stuff down. The data scientist. But yeah, when you get into your 30s, it's a bad look to still be like, I'm a fucking punk rocker, dude. I can do whatever I like. I can be as messy and gross as I want to be. Once you're in your 30s, it's like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. I've been chugging sparkling water. I think I had like 6 of them yesterday. I heard it's bad for your teeth though. Dang, everything I need is back here again. Like, or like I have 2 packages for this guy, but that'd be the opposite of where I'm trying to go. I forget how old I am. And that acting a fool at the bar was just not a good look for me. Yeah, I mean, when I was sober at the bar, because my friends are bartenders, and so when I first started being sober, I went to Savannah and went to hang out with them, and you know, I just sit at the bar having Coca-Cola the whole time, which like felt better than beer, I guess, but yeah, that's cool. Ooh. My favorite non-alcoholic drink is Club Mate, which I feel like more sober people should get into, because it just feels good to drink Club Mate. And it has like it has some caffeine in it, not a whole lot, so you feel like this little uppity feeling. Did I bring any weapons? Okay, good. Is it Club Mate? It's Mate, right? Club Mate? Damn, should I go up the mountain? Deliver this parcel? Yeah, Club Mate is the best non-alcoholic drink. Never ridden this thing before. It's got a little Carmen San Diego logo. with a mustache. Is that like a school? Are you at school? What's the sedimentary lab? Damn. That's good. Oh, cool. That's what's up. I miss being in school. I was talking about this earlier, but yeah. So there's this big fork in my life. Could have went either way. Could have went into the restaurant stuff, or worked in the university library. And I knew if I went to the library job that there was probably a good chance that I would have went back to school. And at the time, I was like really anti grad school. I was like, you know, they force it down our throat that like we have to do that in order to make like a future out of our work or something. I don't know. But like, it was always anti the idea of grad school, of having to do that to get like credentials as a real artist or whatever. I don't know. But you know, since then, I've been told by a bunch of people like in galleries and stuff, gallerists, like, yeah, we don't really look at undergrad people. Like, you have to get a master's degree in order to be even considered to be in this exhibition or whatever, you know, like, I don't know. Then they're like, well, there's one guy that didn't go to grad school, and like he's in the show, but you know, it's very rare that happens. And I was like, well, I want to be that rare example that like you don't have to go to grad school to get into shows or whatever. I don't know. But now I consider like grad school kind of cool, like a cool thing. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, dating apps are fucking awful. That's funny. I got on it for like a day when I moved back to Prescott, and there were a couple people that I recognized from school, which was kind of weird. But I mean, mostly it was like older people, and I was just like, I don't know. It got me really depressed. It always gets me depressed, but like, it's different in a city than here because you see people that you kind of used to know or something. I don't know, like. And then in the city, you get to like narrow it down to your neighborhood, and there's people like across the street to date, basically. Here, you have to like extend it to like the capital. You have to be like, well, I guess I'll drive 2 hours to hang out with somebody I think is cool. Yeah, it's still good. It's I don't know. Well, it's like, what's the alternative, you know? For me, it's like, you know, is there a chance that I'd see somebody and have the gumption to walk up to them and like introduce myself and like try and date somebody that way? Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm capable of that either. It's like, I'm pretty much just out here just like, I'm pretty much just out here just waiting for somebody to come up to me, you know? Which is funny because that's how like my best relationships started. Is just like I attracted somebody through like artwork or like stuff I was doing, and then they came up to me. I don't know. When I see people out and when I like, even through dating apps and stuff, it's like I usually choose bad people to date. I don't know. Oh shit. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, I'm going off course. I also live at home, so it's like, at the moment, you know, I can't really be on the app and like try and bring people here. Like, I don't know. It'd be like that. Is that movie? Is it like Weekend at Bernie's or whatever? When he like tries to bring somebody to his parents' house and like he like pretends that his dad is his roommate or something like that. Like his dad comes out, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll get that tomorrow" or whatever. I don't know. He says something. He's like, "Boy, you don't talk to me like that." I don't know. I can't remember what movie that was, but. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, I gotta go over there anyway. Damn. How am I gonna get down? God damn. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about dating until I have my own place again. And probably have a job. I'm not just like worried about like my bills. Right now, I'm just trying to calibrate my medicine and just do artwork. Do I have like oh good, I have some ladders. Wait, I dropped my gun up there? Crap, dude. Dang. Okay, that's as far as I can go. Oh. Okay, maybe I could set up a ladder here. Damn, that's too bad. Yeah, I haven't thought about drinking at all. Oh shit. I mean, of course I'd like to be the type of person that's like, yeah, I'll have a beer in the afternoon to relax. But I don't know. I mean, with me, god dang. It quickly turns into like something I can't control. Oh lord. This is bad. I shouldn't be up here. Okay. I have to repair my stuff. Drink some water. Dang it, dude. I did something wrong. I shouldn't be on this cliff. For me, the problem is that life seems really good after 2 beers. It seems like manageable. I feel like myself. I feel like I could do anything in a way. I just feel content and like I wish I could feel that way just sober, just like have the thought and then just feel that way. But for some reason, it only really happens when I have like 2 beers and then like I feel normal. And then I always just want more though, because it's like I trick myself into thinking that if I have more I'll feel even better. But it just gets worse. It just gets really bad after that. Is there a little like maybe I should walk over here? I don't know. Everything I can do.
Kind that someone went to the trouble to build this, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'll just go straight up. What a nice dude. You should go for it. I don't know what I'm gonna eat today. Made some really nice spaghetti sauce last night. I'm addicted to this whole milk vanilla kefir. I can't stop thinking about it. I had fish this week, so I shouldn't have another one. I don't know, I'll probably just make some eggs. But yeah, I was thinking about restaurants that I used to go to all the time this morning. There's this place in LA called Joy, which is like, I don't know what it is really. It's like Thai street food or something. It's not Thai, I can't remember what it is, but God, that place was so good. I used to go all the time. And it's funny to think about when you leave a place, those places are still there, There's people going there right now. and they're in there and they're eating and they're like, yeah, this is really good. Like, they don't realize, like, you know, I mean, if I went now, it'd be more special than before, but like, I used to go all the time and it wasn't even like that big of a deal. But I knew, like, well, I didn't know, you know? I didn't know that I would be away and like missing it. But it's funny, you know, I mean, when you're someplace that isn't as active, and you remember all those active things you used to do, and that was just normal and not a big deal, and, you know, life just keeps moving. I don't really eat at restaurants or anything anymore.
Enough already.
I used to eat at a restaurant or eat out like once a day.
It's cold.
Have you had the big arch yet? Crap, dude. I took care of my younger brother's dog, and when I picked him up, there was like this spot on the freeway that has a couple restaurants, and one of them's McDonald's. So when I picked him up and when I dropped him off, I had McDonald's, just as like a little treat. This is something fun to do, and the McFlurry was so good that they had, but I had the big arch too, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. Did you ever go to Joy in Highland Park? There was also this other restaurant, I can't remember what it was called. It was like Clarita's or something. Gloria's, something like that. It was also in Highland Park. It was like this Mexican spot. And it was so good, and it was pretty cheap too. Everything they had was awesome. I used to eat there quite a bit. That was like a diner, breakfast spot kind of deal. Where else? What were you doing out there? I was out there for 5 years. I probably would still be out there if I didn't have my my psychotic episode. Oh damn! Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what the place I was at. It was in the valley. Something like, I can't remember what it was called, but I have papers from that place still that have the name on it. But I lived in Hollywood, and I lived in El Sereno, and I lived in Echo Park. I was probably happiest in El Sereno. Echo Park was nice, but I don't know. I think I was just more okay with everything when I was in El Sereno, even though my roommates were terrible. Well, one of them at least. Whoa. What was that like? I need to drink water again. Yeah, I worked at the same pizza shop all 5 years I was there. Which, I wish I did something else, you know? Wish I, like, maybe even got, like, a second job somewhere. I don't know. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, it's funny going to AA in LA. You kind of run into celebrities once in a while, and you have to pretend like it's just a normal thing. The last celebrity encounter I had was Elijah Wood. I saw him at the art store. Yeah, that sounds like how I imagine working at a retail store would be like. Ooh, resins. Oh, I can't carry it on my back. I should put the helmet on while I'm in the snow. Celebrities would come to my job once in a while. It was funny, like, Bill Burr came in one time, and I was really upset that day. I was like in a bad mood, and I had to serve him. And I think he thought that I was like not like an anti-fan or something, you know, like I don't know. I think he thought I was mad at him or something, and I don't know. We just gave each other weird looks, but I went into my boss was there at the time, and I went into his office and I was like, "Hey, Bill Burr's here." He's like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "He's like a famous comedian. I don't know." And then I just walked out, and then he comes out 10 minutes later after like Googling him on his phone or something like that, and then he comes out and he's like, "Oh man, such a privilege to have you in our shop. If there's anything we can do, just let us know, blah, blah, blah." Like, and like, if you know, write us up on Yelp or something. Like, I don't know, it was just this weird interaction that I watched happen, and it was just like, God, a second ago he didn't even know who he was, you know, and comes out and just like, oh shit, oh Lord. I thought I thought my boss was an okay guy, you know. But seeing him navigate that was pretty funny. Crap. Still a long way to go. I'm already playing longer than I normally do. Yeah, it was really, it was really weird. One time I served Vincent Gallo, which was really cool. I was by myself too when that happened, and at the time I was carrying around a disposable camera, and what? He's not gonna. I can't drink it right now? Anyway, I got a picture with me and Vincent Gallo in it on a disposable camera that I haven't developed yet. It's probably faded, or I don't know. It probably. There's no way it came out good. Because since then I had other cameras that I had like with pictures I had taken in the shop and stuff, and every time it's just like totally blacked out because there's no lighting in there. But anyway, Vincent Gallo, I had just seen Buffalo 66 again, and he came in and I was like, God, this guy looks insane, you know, it's either Vincent Gallo or some homeless dude, because his eyes were just crazy looking. And then he turns to the left and he's got this tote bag that just says Vincent Gallo on the side. So I was like, oh, okay, it is him. He seemed alright. He wasn't as like intense as he looks. But yeah, I'm really not into the idea of meeting people that I like their work, because most of the time they're just jerks, you know. I don't know. I end up not liking them if I get to know them. So I'd rather just not know them. God damn. Elijah Wood had an aura about him. He seemed really positive. Nice. What kind of burrito is it? Hell yeah. Dude, that sounds awesome. Nice. Does it have hot Cheetos in it or something? God damn, I'm so far away still. Nice. Nice. If I could, I'd get a seafood burrito. Shrimp burrito. God damn it. I have to relearn the buttons every time I play. There's pretty good burrito spots here in Arizona, or in Prescott. But my favorite place used to be right down the street. Well, actually, I had two favorite places. There was Maya's, which had these like cactus tacos that were so good. And then they relocated, changed the name, and it's just not the same anymore. It's still pretty good, but it's just like not, it's like kind of generic now. It's just kind of whatever. Used to be awesome. And then there used to be this place called Hugo's, which was so good. I used to go there all the time. And now it's like the little building they used to have, and it's all boarded up, and there's nothing there. And then next to it is like this little trailer park, like, what are they called? Like food trucks, you know, like a little food truck pavilion. I don't know. It's like this little dirt lot with like 8 food trucks on it. I don't know. They just seem kind of corny. Like, I used to go to a food truck all the time in Echo Park, but I don't know. The ones here just seem kind of glitzy or something. Yeah, I haven't spent too much time there. I've only visited maybe 3 times. But yeah, each time I was there, I had a really good time. And if I could live anywhere in Arizona, Tucson might be the place where I'd like to live the most. I like Flagstaff a lot, and I'm familiar with it, but it's not the same as it used to be. And like, I don't know, it's changed a lot. I'd like to get to know Tucson and like explore it. I'm sure if I lived there, I'd find a lot of stuff to enjoy and to do. I know of a person that lives there, and they seem happy. A dude I used to live with moved to Arizona, lived in Tucson for a while, and he would DM me all the time like, God, Arizona sucks, it's so boring here, blah blah blah. He worked at the missile factory as a high grade professional janitor, like, you know, making sure there's like no germs in this like military facility. Where do you live now? Where is here? Holy shit. He's so out of it, like, God damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. I forgot the name of the missile facility, but it's like a really big one. I forget what it's called, but I think I've been there before. I've heard of it for sure. I mean, when I lived in Savannah, people used to come from there all the time. I almost went to New York City, and I probably would have ended up living there. Holy shit. Didn't even see that thing. Get a weapon ready. Imagine what that would have been like. What's that place? What's that beach town? Everybody goes there. It's in Eastbound and Down. I can't remember what it's called. That's cool. I'm pretty sure it's North Carolina. Myrtle Beach? Let me see. Myrtle Beach. Oh, that's South Carolina. Oh shit. I always wanted to go there. Just to goof off. Savannah has this place called Tybee Island. A little beach town. Yeah, I bet it was. Finally, please.
I am guessing you're Sam, right? You've come a very long way just to make this delivery. I should only need a moment to inspect the cargo. Decent shape by the looks of it. Good stuff, no problems here. I've been looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully this won't be the last time. Okay, use your Cupid to put us online.
Yeah. It's sometimes I think. Well, I think LA was probably the worst place for me to live. And I think New York would be crazy and everything, and I don't know. But I think there would have been more opportunities for me out there than in LA. And there's no way it could have been worse than LA, you know? Like, LA is just such a weird place. I shouldn't have lived there for so long. Weird. Like, anybody I talked about having doubts about living in LA, they would just be like, oh, you can't handle it here? Oh, you want to leave this awesome, beautiful place where everything cool happens?
Well, looks like we're finally on the chiral network. I really respect what you drawbridge folks have been doing. Being a part of it all is such a great honor. The situation here was pretty dire, but deep down, I just knew that with your help, we'd get through it. It broke my heart when the Earth opened up and swallowed Cardinal Fort Knott. Ever since that day, the tar currents and chiral fields have only grown more unstable. I doubt these anomalies will get any better until
my favorite Morrissey song, though, or Smith song,
only a bit further to go, right? I'm sure we can finish strong.
Rush
I just
Home,
hope
Ruffians.
all the ghost mechs sighted in this region lately won't slow you down. They're with Higgs, right? He has everyone worried. So, to better prepare you for whatever he has planned, I've shared data for a quadruple rocket launcher. Don't hesitate to use it to keep yourself safe. Well, as the name suggests, it launches powerful rockets. We developed it here using old data we dug up. The rockets fly in a straight line and are capable of inflicting far more damage than most conventional munitions. They're not only highly effective against ghost mechs, but BTs as well. I've heard that Higgs has already made his way as far as the Southern Environmental Observatory, so you'll need powerful armaments to deal with him. That said, this launcher is absolutely devastating. A little too devastating, perhaps. Under no circumstances must you use it on another human being. Thank you again for stopping by. So you know, we intend to continue research and development of powerful technologies. We'll give it everything we've got, but with our limited number of staff, it might take a while. And we'd appreciate any help you can provide as well. I wish you and all the drawbridge folks the very best of luck.
Sam, the tar currents are behaving strangely in here. We're unable to rendezvous with you just yet. The conditions are similar to when we observed that tar fall phenomenon before. I strongly urge you to proceed with caution.
Order complete. This is Neil's doing, Sam. I'm sure we'll find him waiting for you beyond the tar fall. You need to confront him one last time. There's still so much we don't know about what happened 11 years ago. The nature of his relationship with Lucy, the baby that she was carrying at the time, and Lou, who was apparently born back then too. We need to see how all these pieces fit together if we're ever going to find the whole truth. So meet with Neil Vanna and settle things once and for all.
Yeah, I'm listening to less and less music these days. I had a day a few weeks ago where all I did was listen to music, which was pretty good. But I was kind of depressed, so I was just like low energy, just like laying in bed, just like listening to music. But I like the Rudy column a lot lately. Just mellow music. Anyway, I gotta do other stuff. I should be working on a comic right now, but anyway, I gotta eat. I gotta get ready for this appointment. I gotta do a million things. But anyway, I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoy your burrito. I'll probably stream later this evening.